and I see that I'm in America. You better be out, bring it home, and go to some of the testament of the paper you work as a network testament. I'm ready. Yeah, a mastermind there, say, yeah, you know, why you know, you have them and free, yeah, probably what that's it. I'm ready. I'm ready.
I plan to Prosecutions. The media said, "Local electoral area, my dear Cotu, Midnahama Sampane, Badas, Obia, you are more free. You can say, Abano, me and your old member, yeah, you free. Never says, no, Yayima Primudia, media, self free throw, and form, I will be a Fidia, media, Sama, Mamma, because your idea is special. Obia oni mu bia no osia no oni na busuafo na me bodia na wie na me dia agba me do ne ma ene na busuafo ene das me ni bibia me de beta se se ne ma ne yire ene na busuafo asa ai dia ma me dia sama
o ma dia o me se na nkrofo ne ko bia ko na ne ko suase ne botomo they say all this NPP paying for us a lie. They clear more. Masa na who calls them? Yeah, party Ghana politics in actually. Omo da concert party no. Omo the party na die concert party. Now Attorney General akasa. Attorney General say share NPP for say ora anya adwuma. O say yo. So ora anya adwuma. Na start say the mo kwesiema. E na mbe hu na ne NPP for ye nyina say ora anya adwuma na de nyina no. O so omo boa. O say ora na de a boy Juman Kasa, Tia Dominic, Akuritinga, Ayine, or see Ora. The way Ora be punishing NPP before no. Now, Attorney General Man Hoffman say he is the first Attorney General. Within the first 1 year in administration, Adinipa over 5 Akojina court on criminal charges. Tia honorable.
When statements like that are being made, that we are doing this because oral is failing. Oral is not failing. All right, go back and check the records. I am the first Attorney General in the history of the Fourth Republic to have brought 5 corruption cases in 1 year. Go back and check the records. And what is happening in court now is rather putting pressure on them because they know that I have been so diligent in my investigations, I have been so diligent in the prosecutions that they are afraid that their people will go to jail for the acts of corruption that they engage in. And so the accusation that we are shifting focus away from oral is not something that I will pay heed to, because oral is on track and oral is going to succeed.
All right, so Attorney General say oral is on track and oral is going to succeed. But in the comment section for Adrian Chebra, do you think say oral is rather on track? And do you believe say oral will succeed? I mean, person the comment here about Attorney General and was it the first Attorney General under this Fourth Republic, all the corruption cases in Quad 5 within the first year of his administration, Ako court, anyone no. Now, Nia can say court no, and they say dear seminal, and you no. On the way Juma, he is rather prosecuting until you say, yeah, the one court, that's a court now is slower. What the blame the manner, and ye. Then he went further when NPP youth organizer can say they will make the country ungovernable. No, Attorney General the one who year but before I start in TNSM NPP
then we will make this country very ungovernable for them. And trust me, when the NPP says we'll react, because we are not a small political party. If for nothing at all, in the last election, over 4 million people voted for us. And if you count to our database, we know we have numbers. And if this nonsense doesn't stop, we will weaponize our support base and we will make this country extremely ungovernable for them. We are sending this warning and caution to government that release Abronye. Otherwise, should anything happen to Abronye in custody, you will have us to contend with. And this constant harassment and intimidation of NPP people, if you people don't stop it, we'll make sure that we react in such a way that you will not be happy with us. You have a country to govern, and we are here to support you and give you the best of advice from opposition point of view. If you turn us into enemies, we will give you rebellion. And this, take it from me. If we have to weaponize the entire youth of the NPP, rally behind our entire support base, I promise you, we will. Thank you so much.
All right. And the Krachi say, when the NPP went onto the polls in 2024, no, they had about 4 million people voting for them. And you may use someone as a weapon or as a tool at their chair at my way. Number to make sure they make the country ungovernable. NDC now, nipa over 6 million koto abano. Also would over 4 million for betme account over 6 million now. Nipa na scientia baimuno. And Attorney General as you wate. Or Keomo. So Attorney General at the response, Ama Krachi say, Masa, I grow when it's one. What they want to be namon twa yampia. Na ye so mua and obihunu.
As for the threat of arming themselves and making the country ungovernable, I think I will, treat it with the contempt it deserves. Okay, but as far as this government is concerned, I want to reiterate that we will respect the rights and freedoms of every Ghanaian.
I believe that this,
it's very interesting when statements like that are being made that we are doing this because oral is failing. Oral is not failing. All right, go back and check the record.
Anyway, the Attorney General say, when omo kan se me kwa asa agoro mani su ntu ono no mfa omo ho. You in opposition think and say we bet my country na ungovernable because Kwame Bafaboro nyako kan se bi ama ya che no. Until you can rather make the country ungovernable. Well, let's see if you can actually do that. I Mustafa Hamid Salam. Also ono there no bet me amass the youth of the party. Na me who NPP youth be a who bet me afre no. That be when na ye can say what na who momra ne yenko major Mohammed administration to become ungovernable. NPP ni bi ama. I'm telling him. Ebia no nim. And now maburu ne nia wa no. Share. Zito say NPP for social media TikTok na mobile no kwa no. Mo say TikTok na ma ne ya hwe kura na TikTok for no kwa be close Ghana because governance no kwa no ntimi ammu. TikTok so mobile a ntimi nye ye the camera si wani ma oto ayampe ansema wo kan so a oso ni ma sema wo kan. Na mo de mamunsu ya de NPP for we keep advising them say they need to learn. Saman tumobo a ebedu ba bi no party no ebegu. That is my word because in every successful country we need a vibrant opposition or putting the government of the day on its toes, on checks. But it seems the NPP for the one they are say aban we yakwa betimi aka ho asem. That is the problem they are facing now because they be searching all right, left, right, centers, baby omunya hwe nka. And then that to me na tansatanse and agoro and omudi. Agoro. Jena ho nim say the camera jena nim into okasa amanako baby. Masa, give it a try and let's see. Or try say NPP for metimi free youth and say momara na make demonstration. Ho na obehunu. Makase NPP for you start here from the days of Kwame Nkrumah be see and ababian punish your mother until mun share them feel what punishment actually means. Be rather everyday melt punishment onto their opponents. And when they imprison Chachuchi Kata, Kwame Pepramo, Victor Salomemo, they thought to say agoro mudi so Kwame Bafaboro nyanko them 2 weeks pe no almost a month bi da. Somebody says Kwame Bafaboro nya yare enti enya no na woni mi yare na Chachuchi Kata yare amode ko onsebam. Di panati asori na mu or asthmatic patient mo chene de ko ho na nka mo pese onwu. Victor Salome wanwu nya yini free prison by 1 month pe no wu ye. As I grow on Kufu, and sometimes I want to see them near my months and current administration where you know near our movies on betting me. Now, if they made no swan, any in the the way about boom or Ghana hono. But who says she? NPP for whom be that? President Cook, who know how I've grown it here? Would they let anybody in Ghana make an attempt to say, obey the day or Ghana or start here? And obey who's a grown eshe. A kawa. Obi na kai say jana shiwa wa obeba there so movie and obi hu say ede ene e chi kwa Bafaboro nya just kodua so on the football na ni che ho into no na ni age and all serisa because nye kwa mbafa bro ya che no ene ha no but rather no anigi a ono benya enko an odwen ho. That is up to them. Let's move on like that. Channel the debate with the Munufie in short. Wait my friend the Munufie Politics. But in the comment section for Ayine Chebra, if you have any ideas or how we should move on this particular platform, yemko yenim.
Echale, Munufie Politics. Oh, Jericho, Ghana, make we talk. Munufie Politics, Jericho no kware.
All right, enti Munufie Politics no kware nkwa na yeka. When we get here, we don't actually insult. Sana me dey build this particular platform, but no kware ne de yebeka e de akyerew. That is how we do things. When another Dankwa Akufo-Addo was in power, he did something very, very funny. As of the time another Dankwa Akufo-Addo became president, we had 10 regions in the country. 10. Another Bayano, this 6. Making it 16 as we speak today. The idea they had as of that time, they thought that when they create the regions, regions never talk about Ediamomo. But surprisingly, in my own region, maybe if you Bono East region, we voted against them massively, although they created that region. We voted massively against NPP. Now, Papa Kwame Ahoy, or a local government expert, also he had a challenge right from the days as another Akufo-Addo the year and I been say, or between those 6 regions, But the young Papa didn't movie. Follow the argument here. I'll tell you something.
I disagreed completely with the creation of those new regions. There was some legitimacy. Where I come from, and my father comes from Sishi. I am from the Bodi district. They had a case because the distance from, say, Bia East, Bodi, Bia West, to the regional capital, Sekendi, it takes you about 8 hours, 10 hours, between 8 and 10 hours. Now, we don't have district land offices. So to register your land in Bia West district, you have to travel 10 hours to Sekendi to go and register. Now, one of the things decentralization is doing, or the creation of the new regions, now Sehiri also, the regional capital, has a regional lands officer. And therefore, the distance, for the traveling distance, for example, has been shortened. So there are some good reasons for creating the new regions. The NDC, for example, is compelled by virtue of their own policy now to establish public universities in the 6 regions, because they had always had a principle that every region must have a university. They are compelled to establish district regional hospitals in all the 6 regions, because they had a philosophy of one region, one regional hospital. And they are working towards it, but it's not going to be very easy. So it has its advantages. But, and this is where my problem comes in. At independence, in 1957, we had only 5 regions: Eastern, Western, Ashanti, Northern Territories, and Trans-Volta Togoland, which has become today's Volta region. There were 5 regions. In 1960, under the Republican Constitution, Western region was broken up into Western and Central, and Ashanti was broken up into Ashanti and Boafo. So we got 10 regions. So we got 8 regions. Then in 1982, it wasn't Upper West that was created in 1982. It was a Greater Accra region that was created in 1982, and it was carved out of Eastern region. And then in 1983, Upper West was carved out of the Upper region. So then we got 10 regions. So between 1957 and 2017, thereabout, we can calculate the number of years. There was an increase of only 5 or so regions, 7. Then within 2 years, one president came and created 6 regions. Now, if you do a historical analysis, is it because the previous presidents were foolish or they didn't understand governance or what? There must be a reason why the 6 new regions were created. Unfortunately, I don't think that the reason for their creation benefited the person who created them, because what he wanted them to do, they didn't do. And I will end at that. But I don't think that the 6 new regions were necessary.
All right, and Tia Papa says he doesn't think that those 6 newly created regions were necessary, and I do agree with him. One will say they did something very, very funny. I say from the days of Kwame Nkrumah, from 1960s, ABC Nana Ado Kufuor's time, no, we had only 10 regions. Nana Ado Nkrumah did 6 and a count. But let me tell you what Nana Ado did. When Nana Ado created the 6 regions, 6 additional regions, no, and of far V8 Land Cruisers 2, pickups 2, making it 4, right? So we do Bunu East region na ya Y sticker no. Ya the Bunu East region atare home. Now we jina hona what dedicated car no e dey the entire region. Na media for no so mo Ghana o mo di na do achi. O ma take pictures and na say for. Na na do ka say we ya otu ni ka kwa na ya Y stickers ni dey di na chi. Na the kobo no. The same car no. Yeah, the car no kobono. You do an stick a tara huna e bono. That's or a better bono for car. All the 6 regions, that is what an Adam way. Into the forecast. Chema 6 regions, you do an do near tara home. Near why near the quarter or near tara home. Time on multi or creating new regions, you know. Moka I mean and a Professor Christopher Amia Kumfi. I and then they could call for Sky Train. Or my show myself on multi new regions, you know. I think he was the chairman of that. I mean, I don't know. Timen can say, so beside my question, via about Christopher Amia Kumfi Amenka. Men and I don't know. And then we in a court also the Sky Tree or the tree before we ama Macau has said when President Kufuor was president, me amen and now Professor Christopher Amia Kumfi. I mean, here's a Facebook or be here me. Facebook me so say me could be here. Me Timen can say. Yes, I me a better was so man. And President Kufuor, Christopher Amia Kumfi, Minister for Harbour and Railways, and I'll be catching the Ghana for the train. Every Accra tema, ebe chama ko paga. But was assessed the number. 8 years administration of Euro Kufuor, as assessed the number. Ziggy, Charlie, you're watching me from Chicago. Oh, me that's it. And the Professor Christopher Amia Kumfi as assessed train ama. And now the buy ne de koto. Board be no say as assessed the kwa was here dey. Nti what the Sky one eba. Can this one ma. Mina na okru eh so when you oburu 80 years. So wa soro or your hen will be kru me fe na hen mamu hen Kumfi Amia or a professor. I'm fancy di so. Nana boko dey. Ama ene de to ano. Ene de minua. Honorable Martin Ajemensa Kosa, MP for Tachiman South. And I didn't two, I didn't warp Christopher Amia Kumfi. Say Kafu, one in the 96 regions in a Munkriti. And that time now at the same Martin Ajemensa Kosa, and the deputy to, I think said an Akomia also, I stand to be corrected. A man, Minister of Local Government. When they can, I think saying an Akomia, I've forgotten the person who was the then Minister for Reorganization and Integration. That was the name of that ministry. Tinanado we no guno. Tinanado 125 ministers in that time. That's a microphone. So they thought they were deceiving the people of Ghana. Nanado chair regions, you know. NPP stronghold and Ashanti region. Udru Wanchem. Shanti region, no. Shanti region Kakarakano. Nanado Wanchem. And Oba Bonahafo. No be chemi ensa e na hafo bono ne bono east into okoba bia no no susu se NDC stronghold. Then he decided to be chem nanka ye jiminti ya hweso to abama no ko voter e no ko chemu Ashanti regions ho yankano. And the question we are asking is those 6 newly created regions in a dear potting and AMI. None. Until the resources of our nation, you know, any some cabal be back okay from achem sakawa mafia for no musu. They created 6 new whole regions, gave each region a regional minister and a deputy regional minister. Who? The entire Bono East region, it was Techima Market that was looking after them. Because we called to say KJG, I said KJG, Finiho. That's what they will. We knew, hey, and the KJG for them being asemo. Being manui. Charlie, I mean, come on, Untum. Mohammed, you're watching me from Maryland, right? Oh, Medasi. You like my show, right? But you only subscribe and not subscribe, Mama. Medasi. We take our time and then do this kind of things because one say, NPP for the Charlie, they came onto the administration with no plan, with no focus. And a Ghana for so yeah, very terrible mistake. We gave them 8 good solid years of our years to waste it. Ghana, for sometimes, I find it as very, very funny and surprising people. Yamananado, or see on Sonny, first 4 years of your life, baby, when you do to say, you gave somebody 4 good years of your resources and your life, and that of your children and entire generation, they wasted it. About one day, you say, the Momubiums and Monsan twice, and then wasting my life. 8 good years of Ghana's life, they pulled it backwards. And then your mama ba kwabaranisi with 17 months. Home fixing kind of problem, you know. Agenda 111, they forgot to say Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo stood on the floor of parliament, told Ghanaians that he was going to commission all the 111 hospitals before he, Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo, hands over power to John Dramani Mahama's administration on the 7th of January 2025. One. I know, but sometimes Ghanaians surprise me. One kura wenye, unya kwa council near Bodia. NPP, that is their style. O can near Bodia, o can they bold into a mode, a tata and a tata Ghana for. They are rather joking with the fortunes of our country by calling themselves the perfect Cape Faith club.
It's only NPP. Na mo ono party ayeti opposition. Yetimi bonyomo sa. Mo wa abemu, mo ntime nsa. Ye bonyomo anu ma yese.
Yo, nazo tarunga. Sugar Sofon Sugar Bankasa John Mahama ya agora kama si malumani. Ko ba haka ba. Abinda ya sora ni iyituba. Ko ba haka ba. Abinda ya sora ni iyituba. Ko ba haka ba. Se muduka mun yi fatiya mubasi se iyituba na. Ba haka ba. Malam John.
Ekoko wi akire. Ekoko wi akire omo nzo e. President Mama oyi one ayi. Ba omi akoko hia nkramofo ayi biase a do wo kan Hausa de say eja no no wa ban vote nti no wa ban tie na be ya wontu ba. Onso sole ano ne na maso de.
Ba omi na kan sa.
O kan Hausa nti wo say free satam. Ye friend Malam John.
Okay.
Na wo de wo na sanka obi kwa akofra obi a elde agekuma wo de nka be ye wo de. So so sole ane ma so de nti wo so no so otumfo ne papa ne otumfo. Nti sa ne otumfo ba de o so nya akan de. Nti nka wo so elde agekum. Na nka so
Champion Zito no. Na no Zito ya de o. Zito the first lady Lordina Mama nim e ma ye ko chair poanofo chale e chair poanofo hospital beds and then I say for Zito mo ya de Zito ya de chale because sometimes they say don't massy Lord in Mama what was when you put Lord in Mama e dey netra ho ɛde ne gyina nkyɛn wo de ma meka ne saa na wo de alaji 38 yere ɛkɔ ka ho a me say alaji 38 so de asɛm bɛba o alaji 38 ne yere ɛde asɛm ɛde bɛba ensɛm ahodo pa kyale bɛba de enye nsɛm keto a enti na no me hu pictures and videos a Lord in mama ade papa I was trying to check if I can get some of the pictures na me de akyerɛw na obi nka sɛ nsɛm America na bɛboa enti Zito ND the first lady anim eme ekɔ chair Zito kurum for yourself and say poano for eme ye chair omo ade me hwese me hu sa pictures na me de bi akyerɛw because NPP for there wo kan no beka say oboa na akɔ we nye no kore am say nkrofo we mo de ma adwen say no kore fe no kore pa de mo nya ma adwen say mo pe bi atie na da bi aso ni ho ye ka say bi kyerɛ ma mo so ebe kɔ masum da esan say mo nya ready say mo pe no kore ti dia saa na ede man na ede mo be ye na NPP party ni dem Mr. we NPP na start na su esan say party ni mo ankasa na masai no because they are not focused omunima dia omo ye enti ubi say NPP ni say okay say dia party na person ye nto abakora mamo in 2028 omunya bi nkan kyerɛw because they themselves they are confused about nema ekoso omanum. I was trying to check if I can get some of the pictures abra Zito eye presentation no na nka me da kyerɛw say na bi obi nkuka say meboa na ye ma melody na mama ye dase why are they because on say obo ukunu say that is what we want enye oba odini kunaji mainly because of person kunu emeye president no be say dey na person ukunu meye president a onya asem bi anka. But sometimes that is the worrisome problem I have with Hajia Samira Baumia. Odini kunachi say ni kunu meye president. Oh, president, why are they? You've seen it already, right? Medase. Why are they? So when who they are? Oh, who be are they? Medase. Because I will try to get the pictures. Are they or my idea? Because sometimes say amam wonu see ane ye no. One yes because you boom mine for a reason. Amam wonu a reason being to the mobile. This is a reason in any hobby there. Then there is no point say amam wonu kure oho. And this is Zito te poano. That's a poano for hospitals. Enya best na say for na Zito betime lady akọ first lady ho. Am ya bebo ma. I think that is the right thing to do. And Zito that's Zito ebo no homoden. Zito champion Zito or boy juma papa chale. Nya de Zito idi agoro asase so. If I just so any comments in the comment section obetime e de aba. Na afi de enyina edi nkomo no ebi abom. Oh, my whole pictures ni bi ha. Oh, mo champion Zito why are there? Mama hwese meeting dey be at screen so a. Na me ma obia enhwe bi nyesa obi ka say oh boa e na Zito nye hwe e na tro na mu digu Zito so say mo cancel kese oh Docas also 100 da won e na sa na my ade Lord na mama de chale mama no obo adwuma gidi adwuma mama ne bo no enye adwuma ketwa enti se mo 100 da de a I think say me ha me ho ene ma mi nyai mo 100 da de a no ano no afi da agoro no dia na yedi kɔ eno an sa na ye no nti yeda mu nyina ase se ye nyina yetime boa ema amamuo no etime kɔso kama se na ye nyina ye pɛ sometimes no governance utimi nya ne saa na afei de onso obi ne kan odi bi Rollins kan also da hye ukotokom na de bi nam ho nti saa na adenete ebi eno no nyema na echeye no ebi no nti ushia champions Zito ba bia na wada ne se asese omaya ade omane the first lady aya ade kama pa saa na ye nyina yehwehwe so mutimi ye nema se ne dia chale ye ni beje mo ho yeda omase saa na agoro no etie nti abra Zito ede hye nana ensa no ebi no yeda omo nyina ase ambassador TV nso mo ya ade mo ni Zito mo bo adwuma no kama pa what I say that's how we do it abusia channel the debate with the Munufie senior medical Canada now so pay anything to do with website design na I think say we don't charge kese right money me discuss and you can attest to the fact say you charge kese nti uni mo bia so pay anything to do with website design na ubetimi aka akere me saa so na wo obi a wo kɔ nursing school na so person pass your exams kama nkwa de a senior makano app no very very easy for you to get on board we are ibetimi abwow nurseprepghana.online until they visit this particular app na dia opesa odi bia no odo wi a in the comment section on sign bra na no me kasa o sign in na Your AI and also idea person we be an ubi say AI anything concerning exams and nursing students more Ghana na ebetimi amount solutions to that. It's incorporated into the app. It is sana ya no. But also when the question ubetimi ede aba na fidi discuss. Other than that, and I think say I'll end my stream here today. And yes, be an jam, but I won't say a boy you sometimes so but I na fidi would be account. And yes, sir. And then when you know my Rosa Sari, you are part of the game. Ziggy Ata, so that's why I did. No pap, Charlie, you were there. Priscilla Cook, and Docas Ajuno, you know my idea. Jefferson, you were all part of the game. One month you more in Pacho, Yana, or the Cherry William Cap was also part of the game. Madame Munyanasi, Mohammed, Madame Munyanasi, Minyame Brabis or from UK, Madame Munyanasi. And the wow, you subscribe here.